So the new Megalodon and boar hunting voyages came out today, and I wanted to go over how to do the Megalodon hunting voyage. So you're going to want to grab the shrouded spyglass that they give you, and the important thing to note here is that there's two different zooms to it. One for nearby, and one for far away when you zoom in. So when you first start out the voyage, you want to just use the zoomed out version to find these trails here. Voyage is set up very similarly to Lost Shipment voyages, where you have these smaller flocks of birds that you come up to, and then a big flock of birds at the end of the voyage. And you'll see these flocks of birds like you would see for Flotsam. Get a couple of packs of bait, and the Megalodon spawns in. You gotta damage the Meg some. Once you damage it enough, it'll retreat, and then you gotta go back on the hunt. So here it just fled. I haven't actually killed it. So now we have to use the zoomed in version of the spyglass. So you sail to that location where the beacon is, and then once you get there, you're going to use the regular version of the spyglass to see where it's actually leading you to another flock of birds for the Megalodon to spawn back in again. Once you get the flock of birds, you get another couple of bait packs, and the Megalodon spawns back in. You can do some more damage to it. Once you do enough damage, it's going to flee for a second time. There's this little music cue, and your Hunter's Call grade will go up a little bit if it's not already grade 5. So then you go back to looking around, do that zoomed in version of the spyglass, and you find that beacon. It'll be a little bit hard to see sometimes. You just gotta go look for the beacon with the zoomed in version. You won't see it at all with the regular version of the spyglass. You gotta zoom in when you're far away. Get right up to that beacon spot, and then you'll see these trails in the sky. You have to follow those trails. Then for the final and third and final location, you'll see this big flock of birds, just like you'd see for a shipwreck. You'll see a bunch of flotsam here with barrels, and just a empty treasure chest, collector chests in this pile here, and barrels with like 1 or 2 pieces of resources each. And the Meg spawns in again. Now this time you have to actually kill it. And so since you have to actually kill it this time, it plays this badass music that I've been playing in the background this whole time. Also, as you can see there, the spear doesn't actually stop the charge of Megalodon still. I don't know if that's because I hit it like right as it started charging. Not as effective as you think it should be. So pull up to the loot here that we get from completing the voyage. You'll see that it drops actually Hunter's Call loot now, including scales and teeth, potentially with RNG, that are different than the scales and teeth you would get from the ancient Megalodons. So these are a new set of teeth that are just regular Megalodon teeth, and they have their new own set of combinations associated with them. You also get some other, some scales, some pearls, spear tips, some other stuff, that the other loot items that they came out with this season for Hunter's Call. So these are the combinations for the new Megalodon scales and teeth that you need to complete. Not exactly sure what grade 5 will be for these yet.